Hey YouTube, Wagwan, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna change our door lock, door handle, or inside door handle, just like this. You can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take off the door panel. To get off the door panel, we're gonna have to take off this little strip right here. Once we take off the strip right here, and then we're gonna have to take off this right here. So what we're gonna have, a trim tool right here. We're gonna go between here, just like that. So what this is for, it's a trim removal tool. Link will be in the description where you can get one like this. I have a whole set. I'm gonna leave the set in the description because I did buy it from Amazon, guys, and I've been using it for a few months now. So yeah, it's something you can buy if you're into car stuff, you know. So we're just trying to remove this piece. Got it to come off in one piece. We didn't break anything. On older cars, you want to take your time when you're doing that. So the reason why we take off this, you can see these right here, these holes that they lock into that piece. Will lock this piece on, and we need to remove this piece. So since that's removed now, we can just pull on this a little bit. Sometimes it might come off, it might not come off, but if you pull on it, and then you can just take your time, pry around it while you're pulling on it. But this one decided to jump the gun and come right off. And now we're gonna have our switch for the mirror. So now we need to unplug this mirror switch. So I'm gonna squeeze this little piece right here, pull back on that. Mirror switch is come off just like that. So what I just did, this is the switch right here. We squeeze this, pull back, that's it, it comes right off. And the next step we're gonna need is a 10mm to remove this one right here. This we need a Phillips screwdriver to remove these. So these little one right here, you can use a Phillips screwdriver to take out. These big ones, sometimes you can get them with a Phillips, sometimes you can't, but it's easier to get a 10mm and take that off. And these, you just have to take them off with a Phillips screwdriver. And once that's done, you can just go ahead and get to the big one, because what we're trying to take off right here, we're trying to take off this metal place right here, because that's kind of holding the other piece that we need to take off. So we just need to take off that. So we need to remove all of that. So we have this right here, 10mm. And you probably don't want to mix them up because some is shorter than some. As you see, this one that comes from the top is taller, so you don't want to mix them up, guys. You don't want to put the taller one at the top. You don't want to put the taller one at the bottom and damage your switch, because it probably goes straight into the switch. So guys, what we need to do now, we need to take off this metal piece. And then we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver to push in here and unhook these stuff. We have one right there, and unhook them, push it in, unhook it, and pull it off. So you can see these little lips there. So this is what I'm talking about. You push your screwdriver in, just like that. You bring it up to clear the hook part. So You see that right there? Basically, they're hooked in the back right here, so that's why you push it, the screwdriver in to pry them up. One right here, one right there. Once that is done, we can lift up our window switch. And the same how you unplug this switch is the same way you unplug these. You want to squeeze this right here, pull on that, squeeze this, pull on that, then we can get our 10mm, take that out. So we have another long screw, so we can put our long screw right here because they look to be the same. And then what we're gonna do now is, so guys, I forget to say, if your Nissan Rogue look like this, it's basically the same procedure. You don't have to ask me what year it is. From 2020 down, or 2019 down, it's like this. And then we gotta get the clip puller, which is this right here. This come in the set that I get, guys, and believe me when I say it's one of the easiest things to take off door panel. You push it up in there in a gap like that, and then you squeeze the handle together like that, and it will take it loose just like that. So you just work it around to wherever it locked in. And link will be in the description, guys, for this. Once that's done, you can pull out the bottom. Oh, right here it's kind of hooked, so just kind of free that. Pull out the bottom, lift up, and it's gonna come off just like that. We can just put it to the side just like that, no biggie. And then we're gonna need, so you can see what happened right here. So this is what really make it loose like this. So I'm gonna try and repair it. If I can't repair it, I might just if I can't repair it, I'm just gonna replace it because I have another spare one. Alright, so what we have here is 10mm, and then we want to slide back to the rear of the car. Once you do that, you can pull it out just like this. So we unhook that. It seems to be missing a spring, guys, and it's a different design compared to the one I have. So I'm just gonna replace it just to save myself the headache. I have a spare one. Well, not I have, the customer bring me a spare one. The customer bring me one, but it don't really look too good, but they say they prefer it over here, over this one, so I'm just gonna put it on. So guys, this is the spare one that the customer bring me. The only difference I see is this right here. Not different, but this is what they gave me. Got a little cutout right there, but that's their problem. They bring me the parts, so I'm just gonna put it in. They know what they bring me, so they can't say, hey, that was me. And I'm not gonna I'm not taking this apart either. But if you look at it, you can see that Nissan, I don't know if they have a lot of problem with this, so they change up the design a little bit, so you can see that right there. And then if you look at this one, you can see this, and you can see they seal it right there. So it look like they have a design change right there. You can see this part right here, and then you can see this part right here. So it look like they have a design change. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna hook the ball bearing, the ball on the end of the cable back in that little hole right here. So once you hook it in just like that, you just want to run it around just like that. And then you want to do the same thing for this. So if it's like this and the hole is not there, you can just move this right here, and that will bring the hole where you can do it just like that. This part is to lock and unlock the car. So we're gonna do that right now. So now you just want to flick it back and forth to make sure that's working properly. If you look in here, you see some hooks. That's why when we unscrew that, we'll bring it out there. So now we gotta put it in, bring it forward, line up the holes, and then we're gonna catch back our 10mm. So we got our 10mm. This you just need to snug it up. You don't have to over tighten it. And just like that. I barely top it, so it's not that tight. And now what we're gonna do is put on our door facing. We get a shot for the thumbnail, so I think that is good for a thumbnail, right? Right there. One time for the thumbnail. So you see the design, so that's why you gotta hook it at the top. So hook it at the top first. So we'll hook it at the top first, push it down, make sure you have all your wires pre-run so you don't have any trouble. So we have our wires where they need to be. Make sure the holes are lined up for the clip, and then you can just stop it in. You can use your hand, or you can use a rubber mallet to do that. Alright, so now since we get that out the way, what we can do is get our 10mm. Remember, right here is a long screw, so it's 10mm. This part you don't have to over tighten it, just snug it up. And be careful. Be careful not to drop your socket like I did. Lucky me, it will drop right there and get it easy. And now we gotta put on this piece. So we gotta push it in. You can hear it lock. Push it into the clip. Sometimes they make a clip sound, sometimes they don't, but there we go. Even if it doesn't make a clip sound, you still can just put this piece on. When you screw it in, it will bring it right in, and then it have no reason other than to clip in. So we're gonna have our Phillips screws. So these you don't need to like over tighten them, just snug them up and you'll be all right. So we need to plug in back our window switch. So we're gonna put this point in first like this, and then we can just plug it in just like that. And guys, if I'm doing this with one hand, you know, like I always say, you can do it with both of yours. So once that plugged in, that's locked in. So far everything's going good. Now we can get this piece right here and then plug this piece in. Alright, so now we plug that piece in, line up the holes. We can get the hammer or rubber mallet in this case. So that's it. So you can see that that problem is solved, and so I told the customer that whenever they get the other part, I'll just put it on for them, even though they tell me, hey, this is the only piece they could find so far. So that's what they find, that's what we use. But yeah guys, that's the end of the video. Please go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, see you next time.